Today we are showing 1985 FSO Borewicz that has a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine with 4-speed manual transmission. Same story as with the car that I showed yesterday, the white Fiat. The car's been here for 3 years. It was imported by me for a friend of mine, and he didn't drive it. The car was parked in his garage for pretty much 3 years. He drove it occasionally, started it, but not much. So I guess it was him or his wife that wanted to get rid of the car. The car was completely repainted, just like the other car. Everything was done in Poland. We don't know how long ago, but the work is done very nicely. The car has no rust at all, and I'll show it to you. It doesn't even look like a lot was fixed. Like, for example, this lift point is original and there's just no rust, so it looks all very nicely. The only spot on the whole car that I would have a problem with is this door here. Must have had either a scratch or maybe a dent, and it was fixed, and somebody probably could have done better job prepping it, and as a consequence you also have a crack paint right here. It's not a huge deal, it's not very visible right now, but I guess at some point it will have to be corrected. But other than that, everything else is done very nicely, and the car is actually very presentable. Now also, they did a couple of nice things in the engine bay. For example, some of these elements, they're exposed, and I know they always surface rust. They have been finished in silver, which gives it a nicer, fresher look. Also looks like the water pump is new and it was replaced. The car runs very nicely, which I will start the car in a few minutes. One thing I'll mention right now, since I'm here, a temperature gauge was working and it quit working, and we were wondering why. So here's why. This is your temperature gauge, and here is a wire that was attached to it. So that wire either has to be welded back onto this, or this whole sensor has to be replaced, which probably is what I would do. I'm sure these parts in Poland are less than $10. Maybe even eBay will have them. Looks like some kind of generic sensor. So just to give you a heads up, the temp sensor does not work. Well, let's go inside. Interior is nice. Driver side does not have really much wear on it. The fabric is very nice. This lining here has a couple of cracks like this, but it is a very nice interior, and it's all original, looks like. Even headliner looks pretty. It's missing a little dome lens like on the last car we showed. Rear seats also very clean. All right, now car runs good, does not have any issues. I remember the Fiat had a little carburetor problem. This one does not. The car is not very well warmed up right now. We only ran for a few minutes. I already turned off the choke. It revs very nicely, but it will probably idle still a little rough. So again, temp sensor was working. It quit because of that little wire that broke off, and also fuel gauge does not work. Now, we just had a Skoda that set and the fuel gauge was not working, and then it came back to life after a few days. So maybe this one, when it's filled up with gas, maybe this thing will come back to life as well. Other than that, it's got dash, original radio. It shows it's a 5-speed, but it is a 4-speed transmission. Somebody replaced that at some point. Let's listen to the engine. Engine sounds very nicely, and it's got this characteristic exhaust note that these cars have. It's pretty cool. Call us or text, message, whatever, if you have any questions. I don't think I can say anything more about this car. It's overall pretty decent car. Thank you.